Welcome to Reread, where I'm rereading through the expanded universe in chronological order. Folks, we are on two short stories. One is from Star Wars Insider 143. It's called Incognito by John Jackson Miller, basically promoting his upcoming, or maybe it was out at the time, Kenobi novel. And it's basically just Obi-Wan on a transport getting to Tatooine. Senator Duel is noticing, Senator Duel, it's from his perspective. He's traveling, I guess, incognito too. He sees, it's called the Father, the Lone Father is what he titles Obi-Wan, because he sees Obi-Wan with a baby. The baby starts crying. Obi-Wan doesn't know what's wrong. He's probably hungry. He's like, I just fed him. He's like, children get hungry all the time. You know, it reminds him of when he had a son, and his son died in the Clone Wars, and how sad it was. Well, then some clone troopers, or now are they called stormtroopers now? I don't know. They find him, try to detain Duel, not Obi-Wan. They don't know who Obi-Wan is. And so Duel thinks, oh no, I'm being arrested. And Obi-Wan uses the Force to get rid of him. And Duel goes, who are you? And I'm like, well, Duel, if you were a senator and your son was in the Clone Wars, and you even had an inkling of what was going on during the Clone Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker were the two biggest heroes of it. How do you not know his face? It doesn't say, you know, he was shrouded or he was wearing a mask, you know, the hood shrouded his features or whatnot. He just didn't know who Obi-Wan was. That's the only unbelievable thing about this. It's just a really short story. Obi-Wan tells him, hey, go back to the Senate and pledge your support to Palpatine. It's the only way to stay alive, and just wait, you know, for an upcoming rebellion maybe. But how Duel does not know who the Lone Father was. How does he know so much? Huh? You know, who was that man? He wasn't even masked. So that was kind of weird at the end. Why wouldn't he know one of the biggest heroes of the Clone Wars? Especially if his son was in the Clone Wars, he's a senator, he would know Obi-Wan on the spot. Everyone would. You know, now I know his hood would shroud him and you wouldn't be able to tell who he was. Maybe that's why the clone troopers passed him up, because he was kind of, you know, blending in. But at the same time, Duel got a straight look at him and still didn't know who he was. So maybe Duel's an idiot. Maybe he's not a good senator. Maybe he never showed up. You know, he does say he needed to spend more time with his son. Oh gosh, that'd be great. That's not what John Jackson Miller wanted, but maybe that's what it was. He was just a bad senator. He never showed up. He was boozing with other women. He didn't care about his son until after he died. There you go. Fixed it. The next story is The Last One Standing. This is from the 2-in-1 duology from Jude Watson that keeps Secrets of the Jedi and, is it Legacy of the Force? I can't remember. I have it behind me here. And the only reason I bought it, like everyone bought it, is because it had a new exclusive short story by Jude Watson that basically talks about Obi-Wan is helping Owen and Beru fend off against some Tusken Raiders, because there's raids going on. Now this ties into, in a way, Kenobi, right? Because they're dealing with Tusken Raiders too, and the raids are getting heavier and heavier. So in a way, story-wise, it matches up with the rest of the expanded universe. There are some interesting things in this short story by Jude Watson, though. It says Qui-Gon is among the wheels and is going to teach Obi-Wan their ways. You know, he can't wait for that, because Yoda told him that the wheels, the Journal of the Wheels, I think a lot of people know that, the introduction to A New Hope novelization, that we never got to know what the wheels were. But here, Jude Watson indicates that the wheels are basically the, I guess, midichlorians in the Force that give you that blue ghost. Qui-Gon's found them, so Obi-Wan can't wait to talk to Qui-Gon again. Again, he hasn't spoken to Qui-Gon yet. They talk about how Klieg Lars died during the Clone Wars due to his injuries that we saw in Episode 2. So I guess when he was on the hover sled, he lost his leg or whatnot. I guess it got infected. It's a desert planet, so things can happen, right? Disease and stuff like that can kill a man. So it's a tough world. So Klieg's dead now, and basically that's just it. Obi-Wan helps Owen and Beru fend off. Well, he does it himself, and Owen thanks him at the end. And it doesn't seem they're on bad terms, but they're on uncomfortable terms. Owen and Beru appear uncomfortable in front of Obi-Wan. They just don't want him around. And Obi-Wan says he understands. So either way, I thought it was a really good short story. I don't know how hard this is to find. It's not necessary for you to read it, but it's Jude Watson. It's probably the last good story she wrote chronologically. Oh, that's kind of mean, isn't it? Not really. All right, folks. I'll see you next time.